Welcome to the video, guys. So when the left are not using the current situation to score political points over the government or their other political rivals, we also have the so-called comedians trying to use the current Chinese bat flu situation as a way to race bait, much like David Lammy would. We have Political Light reporting, NHS is racist. British Chinese bat flu response, racist says comedian, which I'm sure surprises absolutely no one. In possibly the worst take on Britain's bat flu response to date, comedian Gina Yashir has called the government's action racist. This should be great. Gina commented that there was no doctors and nurses of colour in the news media, all the while asking why it is only the white doctors and nurses who are on the front page of every newspaper, like they're the only heroes. Can you actually believe this shit? We're here talking about people possibly dying, and your only consideration in the world is the colour of the people on news articles. Are you actually for real? And here is the tweet itself that sparked the situation off. We should most definitely hashtag clap for our carers, but we should also stop the whitewash. Wow. What a fucking idiot.
Asian family, there's only 4 choices of career: doctor, lawyer, engineer, disgrace the family. So where are all the doctors and nurses of colour? Why is it only the white doctors and nurses who are on the front page of every newspaper like they're the only heroes? Where they're all heroes. How about we see all of them? I don't know, I'm sure I'm not the only one who is sick of the contributions of all people of colour being erased from history. So I think we should start a new hashtag. As well as clap for our carers, we should also start trending the hashtag stop the whitewash. Now, I know some people are going to get upset. Why are you always making it about colour? It's not about colour. It's not about race. If it's not, then put everybody in the pictures.
I mean, just wow. Talk about getting salty about something because there happened not to be a person of colour in view of the camera when it was taken. You know what, according to this stupid bin, what we should really be doing is dragging every single doctor and nurse out of the hospital so we can all get them for a quick group Photoshop for the media. Like that's really important. I don't know about hashtag stop the whitewash. I think we need a hashtag to stop your bullshit. That might be useful to the country, that is for sure. Because as it stands, you're trying to give David Lammy a run for his money when it comes to this level of race baiting. She complained about the contributions of the BAME community being erased from history, claiming she couldn't be the only one sickened by this stance. No, I'm sure David Lammy joins in your outrage. She then advocated trending her stupid hashtag alongside clap for our carers, whereby people clap for the NHS, as everybody knows. In response to criticism, she claimed that everyone should be in the pictures, all while mocking her critics. And we've already dealt with how everyone should be in the pictures because that's really practical, and it will go into further detail here. Now, they also put on a tweet from India Willoughby, the transgender journalist, if I remember correctly. This is a united front, and colour doesn't come into it, obviously. Plenty of NHS posters, news reports show different ethnicity, and if faces are predominantly white, that's because of the demographics within the NHS. Stop stirring shit. Along with, of course, the facts of NHS workers as of March 2019. Percentage 10% Asian, 6.1% black, so obviously not the majority, and therefore not always likely to be in the pictures. And given the way that the media is in this day and age, I'm sure the journalists and media companies have at least tried to find themselves people of colour for these pictures. Take a look at the BBC anytime they're advertising anything in this day and age. I noticed how you talked about newspapers and not broadcast media, probably because we all know what the BBC are like in this day and age and their unbridled wokeness. As of now, 5% of the NHS workforce is composed of black or black British people, as opposed to the 8% of Asian or Asian British people, 78% of white people, 2% for mixed and Chinese people, and 7% of any other ethnic group and not stated unknown people who work in the service. This is in comparison with the ethnic composition of the UK, with black or black British people making up 3% of it Asian or Asian British people making up 7% of it, white people making up 87% of it, mixed and Chinese people making up 2% of it, and any other ethnic group not stated unknown people making up 1% of it overall. Now, I'm not sure where you got those percentages from, maybe from the 2011 census, meaning they could well be very out of date. But either way, it will still say the simple thing that white people are still the majority at the moment in the UK. Might not always be that way with the way things are going, but that's a topic for a different video. Yashir was strongly criticised for her stance, with one user quoting Black American economist and political philosopher Thomas Sowell, and another complaining about people jumping on this without looking up the actual facts and figures, which we just see. Meanwhile, others were more critical of the hashtag more generally, with transgender activist and columnist India Willoughby stating that the response to bat flu was a united front and colour doesn't come into it, as we already read. And libertarian social media superstar Old Holborn sarcastically responding to Gina's original post, claiming it made him think. So you can see there, most people are thinking that this person is a complete fucking idiot, and I would have to agree with them. Clearly trying to take David Lammy's crown off him, if you ask me. And that is the end of the article there. But it seems we're going to have to put up with more of these irrelevant so-called celebrities, and in this case comedians, either claiming they know better than us, which is something we see in the lead up to Brexit and of course afterwards, or, as we have seen from this complete idiot, Britain's response to the Chinese bat flu is considered racist because they happen to take pictures of doctors and nurses that happen to be white in a country that, last I checked, has a majority white population, and this article even pointed out. Because to this idiot, when 3% of the population are not shown in pictures, that must mean you are racist. It's just incredible. I would say though, we have found the David Lammy of the comedian world in the United Kingdom. So congratulations for being on par with that dirty snivelling shitweasel. Now before I go, I've started doing live streams and uploading gaming content on my second channel. If you would like to come and join me for a live stream to chat in real time, have an interest in gaming related content on YouTube, or just want to follow me over there because you are a legend, the link will be down in the video description below and as a pinned comment. I hope to see you all there. Now as always, before I go, I want to thank our PayPal, Patreon, Subscribestar and YouTube members for supporting the channel, along with everyone who watches my videos. Remember to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe with the notification bell and share this video as it helps the channel a lot. And I will see you all in the next one.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors. Slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires. And that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.